And tonight, I want you just to sit back and absorb yourself in the conversation because we have a beautiful lady of music with us tonight who is, of course, heard so profoundly on that song with the late Nick Ashford. It is nice to have Miss Valerie Simpson.
And the question was, is it still good to you?
It is good to me. It's
Well,
good
that's
to me
good to
when,
hear.
when I can see good friends like you.
Oh,
It is good to me.
yes, indeed.
Good seeing you as always. How's
No,
life
and
been?
you still have that. You got the sexiest voice on the radio, and you know that.
Well,
So it must be good to you. The ladies have to be good to you because, I mean, you sound like it.
Val, we could talk about this another day. Maybe I can come and sit on your couch and you can be my psychiatrist. I don't know. You know, my love life is...
New York ladies, do you hear what this man is saying? There's something to be desired.
Well,
Hey.
that can say a lot of things, though, Val. That can say a lot of things. So maybe you can give me some answers. I need some consultation, that's for sure. But how has been life for you?
Life has been busy, you know,
That's
and I'm happy about that. Doing lots of stuff and getting around and being honored for certain things and
Yes.
starting to write again, you know.
That's good.
Because that's a very difficult thing, you know. It's very much like a marriage when you start to write songs with someone. So just finding someone that you have that je ne sais
Connection.
quoi with.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. And Lord knows, you know, you and Nick Ashford, y'all were the twin flame. I hear about soulmates, but then there's another dimension called a twin flame, and that quid ne sais quoi that you had just spoke about. I think that's the quality of a twin flame.
Wow.
He was your
For sure.
your left,
Yeah.
and you were his right.
The
you know?
yin and the yang. We
The
had
yin
that.
and the for
Indeed.
sure. What inspired that song? And if I don't know if it was a sensual moment, but
Well, the idea of saying something that couples want to say to each other and are afraid to say.
Wow.
You know, so you want to say something. You want to speak for somebody that might not have verbal skill. You know, so if the guy, you know, he's mumbling, fumbling around, so you say, just put this on here, listen to this.
and it happens. It happens.
You know, it's the question that you want to know. Am I putting it down the way you want it?
Yeah. Wow. Hey, that says it all right there. Valerie Simpson is her name. And tomorrow night, she's at BB King's for a rare performance
Yeah.
at 8 o'clock sharp.
Sharp. Do y'all hear that?
Sharp. So that means 7:30, y'all. 7:30 be in the house because you do
For the
not.
slow walkers.
Exactly. Miss Simpson starts on time. I've seen you do your sets and you start on time.
We're going to do it. We're going to do it hard.
Now, you're going to give us the incomplete package. Like you do a little Ashton Simpson, you'll do some Valerie Simpson stuff.
All of that. And then I got a special guest too, so, you know.
You're not going to let me in on a secret?
Hey, I don't know. You know,
It's okay. Well, I'm going to work with her. I'm going to work with her just a little bit. I want you to join us online. I'm going to continue the conversation with Valerie Simpson online so you could actually see her up close and personal tonight. If you go to WBLS.com, click on the Quiet Storm
you mean
page.
these ladies are looking at you every night?
No, not every night. Only when special friends come by.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, they don't want to look at me every night.
Oh, yes, they do.
Yeah, well,
Tell 'em that
bless,
you do.
God bless you for saying that. That's for sure. If you'd like to say something special for Too Much Valerie Simpson, I'm tongue-tied tonight. She got me tripping on my words. Please give us a call at 1-855-453-6694. Valerie Simpson, baby, inside the Quiet Storm. Here's Robert Glasper. Valerie Simpson, thank you for joining us online tonight. We really do appreciate it in a great way. This lady really needs no formal introduction, and if you missed it, she is the renowned songwriter. She is the renowned songstress. She is the renowned musician. She is Miss Valerie Simpson, the one and
Hey.
only for sure. And thank you again for coming by. and
Well, you
squeezing
know,
us
if
in.
you tell me to be here, I'm going to be here.
Well, you know
we
what?
go back so far.
We do. You were just bringing up
Other radio stations.
when the other radio station was in existence, and I totally forgot. You know, she was at that location. Like this is a different location than when we
where we
first started.
Yeah.
And wow, man, when you think about over the years, I bumped into her daughter,
Asia.
Asia. And I remember chasing Asia all around the studio, just trying to have fun with her while her
She's
and Nick was
25
doing.
now.
How old does that make me feel?
I know. You know.
Jesus.
Time marches on.
But yet you don't age, like
Well, bless your bad eyesight.
you do not age. That's
Bless
a
your
blessing,
eyesight.
man. Wow. Well, again, life is so funny, and it's wonderful how things just go 360 degrees. And you're so blessed in many ways, and I know you know this.
This is true, because even though my relationship, ended after 36 years of happiness, I'm grateful.
I know that's right.
I got nothing but gratitude.
You and I was just saying this to Miss Simpson just a minute ago that what you and Nick had, 36 years.
Yeah.
People can't stay together 36 days. I don't know what the key ingredient, and maybe you can share that with me because, again, I'm not even married yet. I'm not even close to even jumping over a broom.
Well, I
or
think
anything.
we were talking. You have the right idea. There has to be a real friendship there.
And that's what you guys had.
Yeah, because for 8 years, we didn't have a romance. So I was my real self. You know how you put on, you want to be better than you are, trying to impress somebody?
Yeah.
That don't really work. And that's not, you can't get married on that.
Well,
on a pretense.
So, but do you get married? And I had heard someone mention this today. Do you get married from the heart or from the mind? Or do you fall in love from the heart or mind?
Well, I think you should fall in love from the heart. I think, so many people look at a candidate and say, well, he's got the things I need, but they don't feel anything.
Yeah.
So how long is that going? Actually, I always say if the wrong people would stop getting together, then the right people could find each other.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen either because you know what? People are drawn to the physicality first.
Yeah, physicality because you got a good job. They should be all on top of you,
Well, the wrong ones are. I don't want the ones who's on top of me like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
I want somebody who really appreciates me for who I am, not
somebody
for
that
what
makes
I do.
you laugh, somebody that gets you.
Yeah, across that. Je ne sais quoi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi. That's what I need. I need that twin flame. I think we all want that ultimate happiness in life when we're looking for a soulmate. And I think people settle because age filters into it. And I don't know if it happens more for women than men, but when age filters into it.
Well, don't forget the ladies have less to pick because there's so many ladies. You guys, have 8 or 10 to look at to make a decision for one.
Well, if you looked at the 8 or 10 that we're making a decision on, then you'll say, well, maybe you need another 8 or 10 because not 8 and 10 is good 8 and 10s. Just so you know.
Where are you hanging out?
I'm not hanging at the Sugar Bar. I know that much. Maybe I need to stop by the Sugar Bar and hang out at the Sugar Bar.
We got some lovely ladies that come through. Maybe you should.
For the benefit of those who don't know what the Sugar Bar is, can you share that?
The Sugar Bar is a wonderful club on the west side, West 72nd Street, and we cover all ages, and it's music every night.
Everything.
And it's really like a very homey. We celebrate everything: weddings, divorces. You got a promotion. It's just it's a great place.
It is. It's a wonderful place.
It's a really fun place.
I just want y'all to stay open a little later.
Yeah.
I forgot what day I came by. I'm like,
we had just closed.
let's go to the Sugar Bar. That should be open. Person who I was with, they didn't know, what the Sugar Bar was. I'm like, you're gonna love this. It's quaint. It's really nice. Food is good. Drinks are great. Vibe is great. You're gonna love it. It was closed. I was like, oh no. So what are the hours?
Well, on the weekends we're open till 2.
Okay.
But during the weeknights we probably close about 12.
Yeah, and I got there probably around 12:30.
Yeah.
I was so sure, like, on Friday nights?
Fridays till 2.
2 o'clock.
Well, Thursday, though, is the open mic, which is always tremendous,
I remember when Allison Williams was hosting it. Who's hosting it now?
Andre Smith was always the host. She might have stepped in for him.
Got it.
He's always been
so you gotta check it out. Sugar Bar, baby. Great vibe. Great location of the city to be in as well. You can't miss a beat of that.
72nd Broadway in West End.
And, because music is your DNA.
Yeah.
It's been your DNA. It's wonderful that you created a platform for so many to just expose
some of
their
those
talent.
kids have stepped off into some major jobs, Quincy picked up one of the girls for Color Purple, out of the Sugar Bar. So,
really?
a lot of great things happen to people there, which I'm pleased about that. We're even, I'm on the board of ASCAP, and we established a Reach Out and Touch Award in Nick's name. And so, every year somebody that wants to be a songwriter, we give them $5,000, and help them on with, whatever they're doing,
Wow. Let's talk about songwriting because songwriting is something that I guess obviously came very, very natural for you. And I want to go back. You have so many stories, I'm waiting for the book to come out because I know there's a book in you. There's a book. There's a book in you. We're going back in 1 minute. Okay. Let's go back if you could tell me real quick, or maybe I should save it. She got to tell me the story about the Let's Go Get Stoned. That record, because that record kind of was the pinnacle point.
That's how we got started. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you don't know about it, because you're so young, and I understand, I want you to Google "Let's Go Get Stoned," and it will start to unfold for you, and you'll understand exactly who this beautiful lady is and how it all started. And publishing is a wonderful world. And man, I know there's 2 songs in me I cannot, and I got 2 hit songs because
I
of
know they did.
bad experiences. And
Look at Taylor Swift. She always writes about breakups, and there she makes all the money.
you see what I'm saying? You got to help me.
All them bad girls going.
You got to help me somehow, some way. Miss Valerie Simpson with us tonight. Let's go back on air with her for just a moment. Soft and warm, it's the Quiet Storm, baby. Thursday night in the city. Light your candles. I'm lit my candles. I even got my champagne tonight, and maybe that's why I'm stumbling on my words. So please forgive me if I lose it for a moment. But I do have the lovely Miss Valerie Simpson with me tonight, and I brought this particular champagne because when Val and Nick Ashford did a radio show, they would treat their guests, and trust me when I say guests that came by their show. List it for me, Val.
Oh, golly, we had everybody from Stevie Wonder to Diane Carroll, Ossie and Ruby Davis to what's his name? Quincy Jones.
Glenn Jones. Everybody. And they would come and they're performing. Why?
We would get live up in the studio and just do it. Because, people like to share their gifts. And it's spontaneity is a great thing. I think if you can be spontaneous, then sparks can fly,
And you know what? The sparks knew how to fly so strongly off the walls when you came by and you gave us that gift. So, because Val has the gift of playing the piano, and you do it so well. And that's where a lot of the early songwriting skills, I'm sure, emerged from.
Yeah, just being able to play by ear and, from my grandmother's church. Help me to, accompany anybody. If they change the key, I can fly with them because I'm used to that.
Yes.
So, and that's how Nick and I started the writing thing together, because he had words and I had music. So that was natural.
Give me 5 big songs real quick.
5 big songs.
For Motown alone.
Okay, for Motown. Well, right now, on Broadway, the Motown musical, they closed the show with Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Also in that show is You're All I Need to Get By. Also in that show is Reach Out and Touch Somebody's Hand. Another song, Remember Me, as a good thing. They use that as a breakup song.
Wow.
Your Precious Love is another one we did. Ain't Nothing Like the Real Thing. Those are Motown songs.
Those are endless, timeless
But then,
classics.
of course, I Am Every Woman.
Oh, my gosh.
You know that, don't you?
Oh, I know you are. And believe me, she knows that.
I'm getting that check, too.
I know you are. If that's not gangster, I don't know what gangster is right there. On that note, let's join me on live with Valerie Simpson. We'll come back and talk with her in just a moment, baby. This is The Quiet Storm. Coming up at 10 o'clock, Confessions of Love. We're going to talk about sex tonight. And I'm going to even get Miss Valerie Simpson's take on this. So stay close. This is The Quiet Storm. We're not stopping. I'm letting you go. We're online right now. So Valerie Simpson, yes, that was just a small scratch of the surface of the Motown hits. We're not talking about other songs that has been for other people. Let's talk about, and please share the story with Let's Go Get Stoned. How did that come about, and how did that turn everything around for you?
Okay, that was early day, wherein we were trying to write, and actually we were writing with another girl, Jossie Armstead, and we weren't coming up with anything. You scratch the surface and nothing comes up. So Nick said, oh, forget it. Let's just go get stoned. And so we joked around with that idea. Let's go get stoned.
Wow.
And the next day, we went to this publisher because we were supposed to present some material. And we didn't have anything good. So Nick said, well, let's just hit that chorus. So he started laughing, the publisher. And when he heard it, he said, if you finish it, I think I can get this to Ray Charles. And he did.
Wow.
Boom, just like that.
And it became a hit.
Came a hit. You never know.
You never know at all. Wow, that's a wonderful, timeless story. How was it to work at Motown back in the day?
That was just the best thing. It was like going to a music college, because Barry was smart enough. Barry Gordy, the president, was smart enough to keep us all close together.
Wow.
So you always heard what somebody else would do. You would hear Smokey's song. You would hear Holland Dozier and Holland, who wrote for the Supremes. You would hear their music. So you'd go back in and tighten up yours because you knew it wasn't up there yet.
Wow.
So, he really had us competing against each other.
Now, I have yet, and I'm about to do it soon, but I have yet to see the Motown
Yeah, you must.
production. Is it really representative of?
You know what? I think that the music alone, you might have, quarrel with parts of the story, or that's not the way it, but this is Barry's story. He told it the way he wanted to tell it.
Yeah.
So, but the music will get you every time. It's some great, great singers in there, and the catalog just holds up. That's why I feel so good, that they decided after all of those songs to close the musical with "Ain't No Mountain High Enough."
Yeah.
I was very proud.
Wow, it's a wonderful production. I encourage you to go see it. I'm going to be seeing it probably in around a week or so. So I can't wait to see this wonderful show because it's been rave reviews, and I've heard you spoken about it. It's sold out every performance, and the music it crosses genres. It crosses ethnic backgrounds. I mean, it's just a multicultural.
Who knew, though? All those years ago when we wrote those songs, who knew?
You didn't know.
That 40 years later, everybody would still be singing them. They'd still, resonate with people.
They're relatable to now.
Yeah.
On so many different levels, whether it's a social level or whether it's a personal level. Mm-hmm. It is
Papa's still a Rolling Stone.
Still a Rolling Papa was a Rolling Stone daddy. He still hasn't stopped in the 21st century. He's still a Rolling Stone. Wonderful. Valerie Simpson with us tonight. Don't forget, tomorrow night, if you want to hear some stories, if you want to hear great music, I'm going to encourage you to stop by B.B. King's on 42nd Street between 8th and 7th Avenue and see this wonderful, dynamic lady in performance, because there's nothing like it, and you will enjoy yourself, and you'll sing along, and you'll bring back memories in your own personal life, because music is definitely a reflective of our lives.
We're going to have a star-studded audience, too.
Oh, you know what? I know you're going to have a star-studded audience. I know, because, like, your friends, her friends is Stevie. Her friends is anybody who you could think of. Can you tell me who's coming?
No.
Is Oprah coming?
No, I just saw Oprah, though, but no, she's not coming.
Oh, I remember that opportunity, that one chance. She said, we should introduce you to Oprah. You guys never introduced me to Oprah. I don't know why that never happened, but...
Sheila got that opportunity.
You know what?
It's timing. Timing is everything.
Everything. What would you say to those? Well, before I even get into that, what songwriters of today, because you stay very relevant to what's going on, and by you having this new opportunity where you award songwriters, you stay very relevant in terms of who's hot, who you have to pay attention to, or what just captivates your attention. So what is it in the content of what songwriters, young songwriters, or songwriters that are just emerging now, that really captivates the attention of what they could possibly become? Because, I mean, you might see something initially and you may have heard some work from one particular songwriter, and you could see that the potential is there and the future is there even more.
It's hard to call a name because it's names you wouldn't know. I hear, you have to be courageous. You have to be bold, because when they come to the club to sing sometimes, they're coming with a song nobody's ever heard before.
Right.
You got a band that didn't know the arrangement of what you're doing. Yeah. So that means you have to bring it. And so when I see somebody that's willing to say, I can do this by myself, or even sometimes they'll stop the band and say, no, I'll do this, and then let you listen to me one time. So I look for a courageous boldness in a person, to see whether, they got a gift.
Stage persons, does this play a role these days?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Otherwise, we start talking. You got to hold our attention.
No, I get you.
The voice has got to do it. Your presence. You can't. You got to look me in the eye. You got to bring it. You got to serve.
Val, these days, it's unlike going back to 1970 or maybe even the 1980s, where record labels had an artist development, department that groomed and helped develop artists. Most labels today, the few that are left, they kind of expect you to come, obviously, with full throttle, and a lot of people are not getting that proper training. So what do you say to those who don't know the direction, may want to go in that direction, but need a lot of help?
Well, I say get out there and do it as much as you can. Go to the open mic, stand up, throw yourself out there, and take a chance, because that's how you get better. I've watched certain singers grow over the course of a year, And at the end of the year, you see a changed person, and also learn from somebody that's better than you.
Wow. Wow.
The ones that got it, get it from them.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that means a whole lot. That really means a lot because you have to pay attention to those who have walked before you.
Yeah.
I get it 100%. Valerie Simpson is her name, and of course, tomorrow night you will see her like you've never seen her before, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy yourself. Let's talk about will there be? And I know when Nick was alive, I heard you guys casually spoke about Broadway, and I know you have a lot of friends who are in great positions to kind of do certain things. I could see, this is my own personal perspective, I could see a stage production around the life of Ashton and Simpson.
Well, it's funny you should say that.
Oh, ding, ding. And trust me, she's not giving me too many jewels. I'm just pulling this from my instinct.
Because there was a gentleman that was interested in our life story, and he came forward after Nick's transition and said he's still interested. And as a matter of fact, I met with him recently, and we went through some book writers, and we picked one.
Oh, wow.
So that process is going to proceed.
That's great.
So thank you for thinking that it's a good idea, because we're moving ahead.
Well, once it proceeds and once it gets to the final stage, I hope to see you before then.
Oh, absolutely.
But I want you to definitely come back.
Oh, yeah.
So and let me be the conveyor belt to just kind of present it to the entire world, because the world will definitely be waiting anxiously for the final product to emerge. And I know you're a perfectionist. I know you're very particular because you're a Virgo. Mm-hmm. So you are very anal about certain things, and you're not going to let certain things happen now unless it's right.
Got that right.
I know. But what kind of Virgo are you? Because I'm not
that meticulous. Nah, I'm over that.
Really?
No.
When you were younger then?
When I was younger, I was more meticulous.
Wow.
Now, it's more like, I'm easy with things now.
Yeah, well, I guess, as time goes on, I guess we do kind of, my mom is a Leo, and my mom used to be a strong, powerful, roaring lion. Now she's kind of, fizzled out a little bit and kind of, takes it cool. But I understand as time goes on.
When you find that you've come to a place where you have a certain amount of power, you don't have to exercise it all the time. You can just chill.
Settle into the groove of it all.
Yeah. Settle in.
Well, now, what about music, your personal music? Can we expect that?
Well, like I say, I'm just starting to write songs again.
Okay.
So that's an interesting thing, And I've just, been writing with a couple of people and seeing how it feels. Because finding somebody that you can get that real with and because you almost have to get, it's almost like a marriage, where you have to, just take the layers off and get to the nitty gritty of the thing.
See, that's why I need you to teach me. I need you to teach me what I have to do in order to bring these.
And it's also making a fool out of yourself. Are you willing to do that?
I do it almost every week here. So, yeah, I might as well do it and be happy. And
get a check.
I need to get a check, too. A regular check, a big check that just comes all the time. Let's go back on air with Miss Valerie Simpson, y'all. 107.5 WBLS. The Quiet Storm, baby. Soft and warm. Candles lit. Champagne is poured tonight. I'm sipping champagne in honor of Mr. Nick Ashford.
Thank you so much.
Hey, my honor. I didn't know about this delicious champagne until I saw Ashford and Simpson come into the studio once. And
some Veuve Clicquot.
Only thing I remembered was it was an orange label. It is delicious. Veuve Clicquot is a delicious, delicious champagne. Tomorrow night, BB King's.
Yes.
The perfect way to jumpstart your weekend is with great music, great people. I just learned there's going to be a star-studded audience.
Yeah.
She hasn't told me who's coming.
No.
I could think off the top of my head of who I think I would want to come.
No, don't even think
But I'm not
going
to do that.
They'll be in the audience, and all you got to do is show up.
And I definitely will try to do that. I'm going to come as quickly as possible because I do not want to miss your performance.
Oh, good.
I enjoyed your performance. Oh, man. And you had a wonderful presentation of you and Nick as well during the performance. And that was just an emotional moment for all of us. So thank you for including that into your show. I really appreciate it in a great way. Let's talk about your publishing situation. Let's talk about I'm Every Woman. What inspired you to come up with this song?
Well, actually, Arif Mardin was producing Shaka Khan's first solo album, and he asked us for a song. And, she's a bodacious, fabulous redhead. And I started playing that music, and Nick those words popped out of his mouth. And I said, that's it, honey. I said, now you got to finish it, though. He said, well, I don't know about being I'm Every Woman. I don't know what I said, well, put your hand on your hip and find that sensitivity.
Wow. Wow, that's gangster. That is gangster. And man, that's how it was born. Mm-hmm. And you never turned back on that one either. Wow, that's amazing.
But you know what I like about that song? It works not when you feel like you're all of that. It's when you feel like you're not. When you're feeling low, then you can put that on, and that gives you that
extra
boost
push
that you need.
Wow. Well, you know what? You guys have learned how to give us boosts from Found a Cure, It Seems to Hang On, Solid as a Rock, and the list just goes on and on. So y'all were boost givers to each other and obviously to us as well. What inspired some of those songs? Like, for instance, Found a Cure. What great song, I believe 1978 or 79.
Well, that was like the first disco song that we wrote. We said we wanted to get on that, we wanted to jump on top of the beat, but we wanted to still have a message, So, if you bother to listen to the lyric, it's there. And a lot of people, used it, during the AIDS crisis, Wow. It was like it was healing.
Yeah. I got to go back into a song in just a moment, but I definitely you did something. I remember Nick had shared the story once that he was homeless and he used to sleep on a bench. And you did something phenomenal when you guys started making money. You bought him the bench he slept on.
Yes, I did.
How wonderful! You bought
that bench is in Bryant Park, and if you want to go there
right now,
it's in Bryant Park right now, and it says Nick Ashford slept here.
No,
and I tell you, so many people go and sit on that bench and are inspired, to dream a bigger dream, to realize that somebody, slept here once, and went on and did great things.
Valerie Simpson is her name. If you'd like to give her a call and talk real quick, 1-855-453-6694. We'll come back and ask Miss Valerie Simpson the question of the night for Confessions of Love, baby. 107.5 WBLS. Can we just pull up, if I could record both of them, I may want to use one of them. It's just two. Just line two. Thanks for watching. We really do appreciate it. We like to do these behind-the-scenes moments because in between the songs and in between the commercials, we can talk a lot more to a country. So thank you, Spain, for watching tonight. Appreciate the love. I'd like to thank all our friends in Africa and in the Caribbean for watching as well tonight. And thank you for watching all over the country. Miss Valerie Simpson, of course, from the renowned group Ashford and Simpson, has been doing her thing for quite some time, and it's not stopping no time soon. What's your name?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, Lenny. This is Edna. Can I speak to Valerie, please? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm right here for you.
Say hello.
Hi, Valerie. How you doing?
I'm good.
My name is Edna. Let me tell you, I'm 47 years old, right? But when I was 15, my first job as a newspaper girl, for my birthday, I spent let's say $15 to see you and your husband, Aretha Franklin, the Gap Band, Smokey Robinson at Madison Square Garden. I was on the bottom level, and let me tell you.
Sounds like a Budweiser festival. Must have been a Budweiser festival.
One time I think 2 years ago, I went to Bryant Park where they moved the store, the music store, and I saw a picture of you just staring at your husband while he was just singing, and I said, she loved that man. She loved him. And I was like, if I can ever get something like that, well, that was good. I'm just inspired by everything you did.
Thank you so much.
Number one, my boss lady Donna Ross, you just blew her out the spot, and I Ain't No Mountain High and other songs also. So I just wanted to voice my opinion to you about that. Keep it real, girl, and stay with God. Just stay with God. Nick is looking down You're going to do good when you go to BBQs.
All right.
BB Kings. I wish
Thanks
I
for
could have
calling.
went, but you're going to do good. You're
Thank
gonna
you,
do
babe.
Good, girl.
Thanks,
I
Edna.
appreciate it.
I appreciate you calling. Have a good night, baby.
Okay, bye.
Wow. Yeah, it does sound like a Budweiser Superfest.
Yeah.
I remember when you guys were doing that back in the day, and those were phenomenal concerts.
Great concerts.
Phenomenal concerts. You know, you could just come in the afternoon, and you're not leaving till the night. It's phenomenal. There's so many things that's happening aside from music. How's the children?
Oh, the
I
children
should
are
say
all
young
the
adults.
ladies are all grown. Which what I love is that that's the one thing that happened after Nick's transition, that they knew what they had to do. They had to grow up, and they had to support me, and they had to be by my side, and so they stepped up to another level, and so now they're basically running things, which I love.
That's great. So they're really a part of the business now.
Very much so.
That's
very
great.
much so.
That's great. Neither one married, not yet.
No, not married.
That's good. That's very
And
good.
in fact, you'll see if you come by, then you'll see Asia on stage. She'll be singing tomorrow night.
Look, Asia, her youngest daughter, she was this big when she was like in the studio. So now to see Asia a grown woman,
Grown woman,
unbelievable.
quarter century, 25 years.
My God. Makes me feel real old. That's all I'm going to say, y'all. Real old. And this woman doesn't age a bit. Not a bit. Not one single solitary moment. You got to be happy about life. You got to be.
I
happy.
am.
Do you get much? Are you doing many like traveling dates around the country?
Some. I'm just getting into it. I played the Howard like 2 weeks ago or so.
In D.C.
And it was good. It was real good.
That's good.
Yeah. And I got a few things coming up, so.
Well, that's good. You know what? I can't wait for the new music. I know you will be inspired, and I know it takes like what you said, a certain amount of yourself to kind of really write great music.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no doubt in my mind that that's just a natural flow to you, and it's going to just unfold, and you're going to bring us some more wonderful classic music that is just going to last till the end of time. So I only wish that I could be part of that creative process so I can catch that check. But you're going to teach me. You're going to teach me. You're going to teach me one day how to write a song. I just want to write one song. That's all, just one. I can write one song, and I'll make a fool of myself for that one song.
All right now. That's what it's going to take.
No problem. No problem. That could be done very, very easy. Valerie Simpson with us tonight. We'll check the love line once again. If you have a quick question for her or a comment, you can definitely do that. Val, coming up in just a little while, we are going to throw out a topic tonight. I said to Val off air before we got on air that 50%, according to a survey that was done on the Dr. Oz show, 50% of married couples are not having sex these days. 50% of married couples are not having sex for whatever reason, and I'm sure everyone's reasons vary from time to time. But having been married, and I've never been married, educate me and all of us, for those who may not have been down that road, knowing that sex is not the only thing that it has to be in a relationship. We do realize it's an important aspect.
For sure.
So when that dissipates out of a relationship, do you think a relationship can still remain healthy?
I don't think so. I don't think that's what you would call healthy. I think you can maintain a relationship, but it's not a healthy relationship. I think it's because of poor communication that people don't say what they need. They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to say, this doesn't work for me, or I want you to do it this way, or
are they in fear though?
Or if sometimes, because it's like, if you pretended like you don't know anything, and then you don't, suddenly it's like, how come, where'd you learn that
from? And that causes problems.
So it's like,
we got a lot of insecure people then, because look, if I have a maid and she came to the table with new things, I'll be like, oh, okay.
Where'd you learn that?
But I wouldn't be
But you should be able to talk about these things, or say, well, can we try this, or what about this? Be
open.
Be open. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well, I guess a lot of people not open.
Or else what's the alternative? Do without? Nah, I don't think so.
No, they're gonna do with somebody else.
Someone else.
And then that's only a matter of time before self-destruction really filters in, and it really deteriorates the relationship. We're going back on here? Okay, let's do it. 107.5 WBLS. The Quiet Storm, baby. On this Thursday evening with the beautiful Valerie Simpson. Tomorrow night, the place to be with Valerie Simpson is B.B. King's, right there on 42nd Street. You do not want to miss this wonderful lady in performance. What kind of surprises do you have? Musical. See, I'm not asking for who the special guest or anybody.
Well, I will say that musically, on stage, for about 4 numbers, I'm going to bring out a wonderful female guitarist who you watch on TV every night. And
Wow.
she's going to come and slam it so hard because we're going to go into a dance. I didn't want to do a whole bunch of slow songs.
Right.
We're going to be up on our feet
Oh, I know you.
night.
I know you like to party.
And we're going to hit it so hard, So if you come looking for, laid back and, no.
It's not that.
That's not, don't even show.
It's not the Quiet Storm.
It's not the Quiet Storm.
And I'm not going to take that the wrong way. I can get it. No, that's a performance.
We're gonna have some fun.
Well, you know what? You always bring the fun and the energy. And I know you like to move. You were doing a lot of moving around back in the day. I remember. I even remember when you did that stage play. You remember that?
Wow, you're going all the way back to Connecticut.
Yeah,
Wow.
Connecticut. Exactly. I remember that,
Wow.
man. That was amazing. I remember the all white party that I got invited to. Wow, that was amazing too. Because look, when Valerie
We know how to party.
throws a party,
And now I do ping pong parties. I have a ping pong table in my house.
no way.
Yes, I do, and I'm good.
Oh, well, you know what? I'm competitive.
Are you?
What?
Okay.
Okay, watch out now. I don't want to come back on the air and then really talk about how bad I beat you on 3 games. I don't want to do that, but something tells me I'm going to have to. So look, we're just a few minutes away from Confessions of Love, Valerie, and the topic tonight is, how important do you feel couples who have sex, how often should they talk to each other about sex?
I think if you don't communicate, you will not get what you want. Nobody is a mind reader. If it's not working for you, then you have to find the words. You don't want to hurt the person, but if it's not satisfying, they can't make it better unless they know, some changes have to be made. And you have to find a way to say it sweetly,
Yeah, you do have to
Put
be
some
ginger.
sugar on it, but say it.
But you got to say it. That's the bottom line. You got to fess up and you got to really say it. Valerie Simpson, tomorrow night, she's going to say it through song, and she's definitely going to make you feel good. So B.B. King's is the place to be. 8 o'clock. No, let me check that. 7:30. You need to be there, settle in, get a few cocktails, and get some delicious food, and you'll be prepared and ready for Valerie Simpson and her wonderful presentation of music to you tomorrow night at B.B. King's. It's going to be phenomenal. And I thank you so much again for coming
Always
by
a
tonight.
pleasure.
I'm going to have you back so we can really talk about relationships and everything underneath the sun very, very soon. All right, so prepare yourself for that. This is after I beat you playing ping pong. Valerie Simpson tonight, baby. Look, I like to know, how often do you talk about sex, and do you talk about sex with the one you're having sex with? Call me up. 1-855-453-6694. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for being here, and we look forward to seeing you soon, Valerie Simpson.
Always my pleasure.
All right. Confessions of Love on the way. The reality of love is on the way, so don't move, baby. Stay close.